Hello battlers, this time we're going to be opening Mega Deck SD56 Arrival of the Hero. The contents are roughly the same as the God's X Mega Deck, starting with an awesome playmat of Lord-Dragon, the key spirit of Battle Spirit's Hero's protagonist in white and red, and of course the sleeves have the same design as well. Now I personally haven't watched Battle Spirit's Heroes myself, so I'm not too familiar with the characters and spirits that appeared in that series, but well, since the Mega Decks come out as a pair, I thought I'd just get this too, and I mean, the cards look awesome, man. Anyway, starting off, we have the Explosive Flame Hero, Lord-Dragon Bazzel X. This is the B-side. It rebirths over from the HeroDragon Lord-Dragon X. So just like the other cards with 10 in their name that we've been seeing in Battle Spirits recently, it's essentially like an updated retrain of all of these old like protagonist or antagonist cards from the older animes. For those of you guys who are unfamiliar, Battle Spirits Heroes is the series that introduced the burst mechanic to the game, and that's why the cards from that era and this deck have a big emphasis on the burst mechanic. So of course this Rebirth X rare right over here is already a burst card, triggering when your life decreases. Destroy an opposing spirit or ultimate with 12,000 or less BP, and after this effect resolves, of course, summon this card without paying the cost. At levels 2 and 3, when it attacks, you can set a card with a burst effect from your hand, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Insane! And of course, at all levels, it can rebirth when your count is at 5 or less. When this spirit attacks, if you have a burst set, you can rebirth this spirit into, of course, the Explosion Flame Hero, Bazzel X, and now you guys will get to see the internal synergy of this epic card. At all levels, when this spirit is reborn or when it attacks, you can immediately activate your burst. See what I mean? So you attack with the original Lord-Dragon, you set a burst from your hand, you draw 2 cards, and then since it's attacking and now you have a burst set, you rebirth into this guy. The moment it's reborn, you can instantly activate your burst, which could be another Lord-Dragon X. Insane. All of your red or white Supreme Hero family burst effects activated by this effect can't be prevented by opposing effects, and after that burst resolves, you can set a card with a burst effect from your hand. So setting yet another burst, and as I mentioned earlier, if you flip this guy and then when he's reborn, you burst another Lord-Dragon, right? And then you set another burst and then the other Lord-Dragon attacks, then you can activate that burst again, 2 bursts in a row, or like 3 if you had 1 before. And at levels 2 and 3, after your burst activates, if it's your attack step, you can refresh this spirit, and if you do, send an opposing life to the reserve. Crazy! Crazy, but I just love it so much. I mean, that's the whole appeal of Battle Spirits, man. And up next, we have a Rebirth rare, the Burai Musha Oni Dragon or Demon Dragon, side B, which rebirths from Burai Man Oni Dragon. By man, they don't mean like human, that kind of man, but more like manliness, the kind of man. I suppose I'll go through this guy's effects as well. At all levels, when summoned, destroy an opposing Nexus. While you have a set burst, the effects of the Nexus destroyed by this effect can't activate, pretty nice. At levels 2 and 3, when this spirit attacks, destroy an opposing spirit with 5,000 or less BP and draw a card. At all levels, it can rebirth when your count is at 3 or less, when your red or white cost 5 or higher spirit attacks, or after your burst activates. Then it will flip into Oni Dragon. At all levels, when this spirit is reborn or when it attacks, destroy an opposing spirit with 7,000 BP or less, and the effects of the spirit destroyed by this effect can't activate. At all levels, it has Pursuit. During your attack step, this exhausted spirit can heavy exhaust itself to attack, essentially allowing it to attack twice if you basically have it at refresh. And of course, this allows you to activate its first effects for double destruction twice. And at levels 2 and 3, when it attacks, this spirit gets plus 10k BP and an extra red symbol. Wait a minute. So if you combine this with its double attacking effect, first it attacks, it gains a symbol, so its first attack is already 2 symbols, then it attacks again with 3 symbols, going for like a total of 5 symbols which can instantly end the game. Very cool stuff there, but anyway, going into the lower rarity cards. First we have another Rebirth rare, the Dragon Palace, a Nexus which is side B. It rebirths from the Sea Dragon Sima Creek 2. Pretty cool, I like the design of this card. Here we have Odoran, Revival. So very nice to see a lot of Revival cards in these Mega decks, you know, giving like really old retro cards that update that they need, and like really giving those old players from that era some nostalgia as well. Dust Monkey, this one I remember, Revival 2. Only 1 Kango, yes, 1 Kango, Revival, 1, 2. Kijitoria, Revival as well. The Hero Emperor DD Sword, Revival at 2. And the Hero Emperor DD Shield, Revival, both of which are Nexuses. Burst Flame, very nice. This is an old card I know, Revival. 2 copies. Burst Wall, of course, at 2 Revivals. Burst Storm 2 at 2. And here we have, oh wait, this is Burst Draw. Well, I mean, you guys should be familiar with this by now. It's basically all burst cards. And here we have Revival of the Katana Hero Musashi Ash Liger. Wait a minute, isn't this from Burning Soul? Right? Ash Liger is a brave used by the Sengoku Tiger guy, right? I kind of forgot his name. Toshi, right? Toshi. Burst Cross, Revival, one of that. And the Fang Beast Emperor Kintarog Bear, Revival, 1-2. And now back to new high rarity cards, starting with a Master Rare, Hanasaka Dragon. While you have a set burst, this card in your hand is treated as being cost 4 at all levels when summoned. Return a Hajime named card or a red-white Supreme Hero / Great General family card except Hanasaka Dragon from your trash to the hand. So basically recycling your key cards as well as your Grand Walker. At levels 2 and 3, when attacks, you can reveal the top card of your deck, and if it is a Supreme Hero card with burst, you can activate it ignoring the burst condition. What the heck? Bursting from your deck and add any remaining cards to the hand. Oh, so even if it's not the right card, you still get a draw. Pretty good. And of course here we have the hero, Hinobori Hajime, the protagonist of Battle Spirits Heroes. Core charge requirements are Supreme Hero, Great General, and cost 3 or more, any burst effect card or magic. At all levels, this Nexus' symbol is also treated as being white. Grand Skill 4, at all levels, flash during either player's attack step. Once per turn, send 4 cores from this Nexus to the void. Immediately activate your Supreme Hero or Great General family burst, and until the end of the burst effect's activation, opposing cost 5 or less spirit or Nexus effects can't activate, essentially allowing you to fry any of your opponent's low cost spirits that might have like any resistance or any anti-burst effects. Grand Field, level 2, once you have 1 core on Hajime, after your burst activates, you can set a card with burst from your hand. Okay, so this guy essentially is just gonna give you like an endless supply chain of bursting. And here of course we have the revival of the Dragon Hero Jake Yamato Free. Those of you guys who watch like even recent Battle Spirits anime should be familiar with this card. It's always there, it's always there. Here we have the Superhero Lord-Dragon Savior X. Burst, after your life decreases, summon this card without paying the cost. Then by returning a cost 9 or less Lord-Dragon named card from your trash to the bottom of your deck, put cores from the void to your life until it's 5? Wait a minute! A full health restore that is just a burst? And it's not even limited by once per turn or once per game? Isn't that a bit too much? I mean, of course, to use the effects you need to have a Lord-Dragon in your trash, but that's not too difficult, right? At levels 2 and 3, your attack step while your Supreme Hero Spirit is attacking, the opponent can't use any Magic or XL cards unless they send a card from their life to the trash. Dude, this card is just insane. This card is just insane. And I mean, it's a burst, so it comes out super easily as well. And finally, the Glacial Hero Lord-Dragon Blazer X. So those of you guys who are unfamiliar, the main protagonist of Heroes actually is like a user of a mixed red and white deck, so he uses like both fire and ice. Of course it has burst, after your life decreases, return an opposing spirit and an opposing ultimate to the bottom of the deck, and after this effect resolves, summon this card at no cost. At all levels, it has ultra heavy armor, infinite. This spirit is unaffected by any opposing effects with the same color as symbols on the opposing field. Okay. So on one hand, very strong, but it has a few loopholes. Like it is very vulnerable to tech cards that the opponent might play which are of a different color from like the main engine cards of your deck. For example, like just the typical defensive white cards when your opponent is not playing a white deck, which might return your spirit like to the hand or back to the deck. At levels 2 and 3, when this spirit attacks or blocks, return an opposing spirit to the bottom of the deck, 2 copies of Glazer. That'll be all for this opening. Okay, so those were the new God's X and Lord-Dragon Mega decks in Battle Spirits. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. Let me know what you guys think about these decks in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Battle Spirits content. I'm not too sure what exactly the next Battle Spirits products I'm opening will be, but I'll see you guys in the next Battle Spirits video.